Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S5 5062. Junie B. Jones smelled something fish. Part B. Chapter 5. Catching Friends. I watched the little worm very careful. He wiggled himself into the dirt. I tapped on the glass. Yeah, only here is the problem. Now I can't see you anymore. And so what fun is that? I asked. I took off the lid. I put my lips in the jar. Come out, come out. Wherever you are, I said real loud. Then I waited very patient, but the worm did not come out. Hey, in there, don't you even know I'm talking to you? Then all of a sudden my brain thought of something very important. Of course, he didn't know I was talking to him. How could he know I was talking to him? If he didn't even have a name, I closed my eyes real tight and I tried to think of a warm name. Pretty soon my eyes springed wide open. Noodle! I said real thrill. I'll name you Noodle. Because Noodle and Worms are twins, practically. I yelled in the jar again. Yeah, Noodle here, here, Noodly, little Noodle. Just then Mother picked her head in the kitchen door. What's all the shouting about in here? She asked, who's Noodle? I pointed to my dirt jar. Noodle is my worm. Only he crawled way into the dirt and now he won't come out. Not even when I called his name. Mother looked in the jar. Maybe he's taking a nap. Or maybe he's just exploring his new home. I tapped on my chin. Maybe I said, maybe he might be looking for some friends to play with. Just then I did a gasp. Mother, I bet that's it. That little Noodle is alone in there. I bet he's looking for friends. I zoomed to the closet spirit fast and I put on my sweater. Hold on, little Noodle. Hold on, because I can help you with the problem, I think. After that, I grabbed the noodle jar, and me and him zoomed outside to the garden again. Friends don't come easy. Friends don't come easy to me. First, I tried to catch a butterfly, but it quick flied away. Then I tried to catch a grasshopper. It wouldn't stand still. I tried to catch a cricket, and a gnat, and a lizard, but those guys wouldn't cooperate either. Finally, I sat down in the grass, real glum. I'm a flop at this job. I said only just then I saw something very wonderful, and it's called 3 ants were walking in the grass. They were carrying a cheese puff on their heads. My heart got very thumping. Noodle, hey Noodle. I found friends and they have brought a delicious cheese snack. After that, I picked up the ants and the cheese puff, and I dropped them right inside the jar. And that's not the only good news, because just then a big buzzy fly landed right on my sweater sleeve, and I sweated him with the jar lid, and he did not even die that much. I put him in the jar too. Then I danced and all over my yard, because now Noodle had friends, and I had pets for pet day, and that's called the happily ever after. Chapter 6, Sparkle. I ran into the house very thrilled. Mother, I found the friends for Noodle. I found Buzzy, the swatted fly, but also I found 3 ants and a cheese puff. Mother looked at the friends. Oh my, she said, kind of soft. I know, Mother. I know it is. Oh my, Noodle will love these guys. I know he will. After that, I quick took the jar to my room and I put it on my bed and I waited for Noodle to meet his new friend. Waited the whole entire afternoon and Noodle never came out. At dinner time, I walked to the kitchen, very slumping. Noodle is still hiding, I said. Black ant ate the cheese puff and Budgie the sweated fly beat the dust. Mother lifted me into my chair. She put stew on my plate. Yeah, only how can I even eat stew? 'Cause I am depressed. I tell you, I said. Just then, someone opened the front door. It was my grandma, Helen Miller. She was bringing the ice chest back. And guess what? There was a giant fish in that thing. My eyes popped out of my head. Grandma Miller, the fish is almost as big as me. I said, real thrilled. Grandma Miller looked proud of herself. It's called the largemouth bass. She said, he is a beaut, isn't he? He is, Grandma. He's a beaut. Look at how shiny his skin is. Let's name him Sparkle. Want her? Huh, Grandma? Want to name him Sparkle? Grandma Miller laughed. Name him whatever you want, sweetie, she said. We got 3 more in the truck just like him. Come on, everybody. Come see them. That's how come Mother and Daddy went out to the truck. Only not me. 'Cause I wanted to stay with Sparkle, and that's why I waved at the guy in the ice water. Hello, Sparkle. How are you today? I said, I'm fine. Are you fine too? I patted his head. Wanna swim, Sparkle? Huh? Wanna swim in the frizzy water? After that, I got down on my knees and I swimmed him all around. I wish you're my fish, Sparkle. If you were my fish, I would take you to school for show and tell, and you'd be the star of the show. Just then I got goosebumps on my skin. That was the bestest idea I ever heard of. Sparkle, hey, Sparkle, maybe you can come to pet day with me, 'cause you're way better than my pet jar. After that, I lifted that big guy right out of the water. Only too bad for me, 'cause Sparkle fell on the floor. Oh dear, I said, you're a chubby one, Sparkle, and so how will I even get you to school? That's what I would like to know. Just then I saw Tickle, dog leash, was hanging over the chair. I danced all around the kitchen. A leash? Sparkle? A leash is the answer to our problem. After that, I grabbed the leash and I put it over Sparkle's head and I pulled him all around the floor. He slided as easy as pie. Just then the back door opened. Hey, Junie B. Jones, what in the world do you think you're doing? Was Mother. She was back from the truck. Apparently, I think I'm sliding, Sparkle, I said, kind of nervous. We are practicing for pet day. Mother shook her head real fast. No, no way, Missy. You're not taking that fish to pet day, she said. Yes, Mother, yes way. I have to. I have to take Sparkle. I love this slippery guy, please. Mother, please, please. Mother did some deep breathing. She sat down next to me and she made a voice. Not yet. Okay, I want you to listen to me very closely. I know you like this fish. And I know you would like to take him to school for pet day. But pet day is for live pet, Junie B. Maybe you don't realize this, but the thing is, honey, Sparkle is there. I nodded my head. Not a problem, I said. Mother did a frown. Not a problem. What do you mean, not a problem? Of course it's a problem. You can't take a dead fish to school. I raised my eyebrows at her. How come? Is it in the rules? I asked. No, of course it's not in the rules, said Mother. I smiled. Good, then I can take him. After the mother stared at me a real long time, then she closed her eyes and she put her head on her place bed and she didn't eat her stew. Chapter 7. Sneaky Grandma Miller. Grandma Miller stole the Sparkle. She waited till I took my bath. She sneaked into the kitchen and she took Sparkle home with her. I ran all around in a tizzy. She stole him. Grandma Miller stole Sparkle. Nobody even stopped that woman. Mother said to quiet my voice. Your grandma did not steal Sparkle, Junie B. She caught him at the lake. The fish was hers, remember? She picked me up and carried me to bed. You're just going to have to accept this, Junie B. You cannot take a dead animal to school for pet day. End of story. After that, she kissed me goodnight on my cheek. And guess what? I did not kiss back. Monday morning, Grandpa Frank Miller babysitted me before school. I didn't speak to that guy 'cause he's married to the thief of Spark, that's why. I ate my breakfast very silent. Grandpa Miller looked at my pet jar on the counter. Boy, oh boy, look at those ants, would you? He said. They're always on the go, aren't they? He squinted his eyes at them. What's that they're carrying around on their heads? I did up front, and I thought very careful, because the cheese puff was already gone, and so what could they be carrying? My eyes got big and wide, because I had a bad feeling about this situation, that's why. I run to my jar, speedy fast. Oh no, oh no, oh no, it's Budgie the swatted fly. I quick took off the lid. Put him down. You put him down right now, and I mean it. The ants did not obey me. That's how come I zoomed them out to the grass, and I shaked them right out of my jar. Go home, ants, I hollered. You go home this very minute. The ants went home. I brushed my hands together, very proud, 'cause I saved the Buzzy, that's why. After that, I reached in the grass and picked up my jar. Only something did not feel right. Exactly. I looked inside of it. Oh no, it was empty. All of the dirt was gone. And Noodle was gone too. Noodle? I shouted. Noodle, Noodle, where are you? Where are you? Then I crawled all over in the grass. And I searched and searched, but I never saw Noodle again. Chapter 8, A Surprise in the Freezer. I cried on my bed for a real long time. Pet Day is ruined. It's ruined. It is ruined. It's ruined. Grandpa Miller looked all over the house for pictures of Tickle. He taped some on cardboard and brought them to my room. Look, he said, this doesn't look too bad, does it? I raised my sagging head off the pillow. Then I looked at the pictures and I patted him real gentle. You did your best, old man, I said very soft. Grandpa Miller rolled his eyes up at the ceiling. I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. After that, I got out of bed and I dressed myself for school. And I walked to the kitchen very slumping. Grandpa Miller made me a turkey sandwich. What do you want to drink? He asked. I did a sad sigh. Orange juice, please, I said. Grandpa Miller opened the refrigerator. Orange juice, orange juice. I don't see any orange juice, he said. I went over and helped him look. Couldn't find orange juice anywhere, not even in the freezer. Just then my grandpa moved the frozen veggies. And guess what? My heart almost stopped breathing because I couldn't believe my eyeballs. That's why. Grandpa Miller, do you see what I see? Do you? Well, I don't see any orange juice. That's for sure. I did. No, not oranges. A pet. I said pet for pet day. See, Grandpa, see it in there? I clapped my hands real joyful and skipped to the freezer and I grabbed it right off the shelf. Chapter 9, My Proudest Honor. Pet day in room 9 was very exciting. There were cages with furry animals, bowls with fish, but also there was a snake and a hermit crab and a rooster. That rooster is mine, said the mini Jim. He will peck your head off. If I tell him to, he will peck it right into a nub. I made a sick face because of the... Does that sound pleasant? Just then, Lucille skipped over to me. Look, Junie B, look at my darling riding outfit. See my darling riding hat? And see my darling riding pants? And look, Junie B, here is a picture of my darling pony. And look at my darling riding boots. They are genuine rawhide cowhide. I smiled, very admiring. You had a beaut, Lucille, I said. Grace pulled on my arm. Junie B, come see Slicky. He's my goldfish, remember. I bought him a brand new bowl. Come see. Just then, my teacher clapped her loud hands together. Boys and girls, everyone needs to sit down right now. What an exciting day we're going to have in room 9 today. We hurried up and sat. Mrs. pointed to the pet table in the back of the room. Who would like to go first? She asked. Who would like to introduce us to their pet? Me, I shouted. Me. Then I sprang right out of my seat. But Mrs. said, sit down to me, and she called on crybaby William, 'cause that guy never springs, that's why. William went to the pet table. He pointed to his bullfrog named Wendell. I just got him on Saturday, said William, very shy. Mrs. Smile. Well, he certainly is a handsome bullfrog, she said. Would you like to take Wendell out of his tank for us, William? Would you like to show the children how to hold a bullfrog? Then William's face got whitish and sickish, and he started sweating a real lot. That's how come Mrs. had to put a wet towel on his head. And she said he didn't have to hold Wendell. Charlotte went next. She showed us her bunny named Slippers. She carried him all around the room, and she let us pet his head. Slippers smell like stinky feet. After Charlotte came Polly Ellen Puffer. He showed us his parrot named Pirate Pete. Only too bad for Pirate Pete, 'cause he kept on saying a bad word, and he wouldn't even stop. So Mrs. had to send Pirate Pete to the office. After that, lots of children showed pictures of their dogs and cats. Plus, Jamal Hall showed us his lizard named the Gizzard, and the boy named Ham showed us his hamster named Elvis. Finally, I raised my hand real calm. It's nice to see you being so polite, Junie. Would you like to go next? Mrs. asked. Did you bring a picture of your dog? I shook my head. No, 'cause I didn't want to bring a picture, remember? I wanted to bring a real, actual pet. Only too bad for me, 'cause mother said no raccoon. Then my grandma Helen Miller stole the sparkle. Also, I lost my noodle, and that we couldn't find the OJ. And so that taco my grandpa moved the frozen veggies, and boom, I saw a pet in there. So I put him in my backpack, and here it is now. I quick unzipped my zipper pocket and I held up my pet for everyone to see. Fishy Stick, I said, real delight. I named him Fishy Stick because he's a fish stick, of course. Room 9 stared and stared, and all of a sudden everyone laughed at once. You goony bird! Fishy sticks at bed, fishy sticks at dinner. I felt very shrinking inside. But, fishy sticks have to be pet, right, Mrs., right? 'Cause the fishy sticks are fish, aren't they? And fish are pets, right? Mrs. was hiding behind the hand. She picked at me between her finger. Yes, sure, of course, fish are pets. I felt a teeny bit better, so then fishy sticks can be pets too, right? I said. Mrs. hid it a little while longer. Finally, she took a big breath and she got up from her desk. Well, let's see. Maybe we should see what the dictionary has to say about this. She took out her dictionary and she looked up the word pet. Pet, any tamed animal that is kept as a companion. Okay, now that we have the definition. Fish stick fits the bill. She looked at me. Junie, is fishy stick tame or is he wild tame? Fishy stick is very, very tame. He won't even pack your head into a nub. Okay, good. And would you say that fish stick is a good companion, Junie? Can you take him lots of places? And does he behave himself pretty well? Yes, fish stick can even go more places than my dog probably, 'cause I can put fish stick right in my backpack. Doesn't even say a peep. Mrs. smiled real happy. She walked to my table and she shook my hand. Well then, congratulations. According to the dictionary, fish stick is definitely a pet. She took fish stick out of my hand. She carried him to the pet table. And guess what? She put him right next to Slicky. Grace, hey Grace, now fishes can be friends just like us. I said, real delighted. Just then I heard a croaking noise. It came from Wendell the bullfrog. I think the Wendell croaked even louder. That made a Slicky the goldfish jump in his water, and that made the rooster cock-a-doodle-doo. That made a sleepers dump his loud foot. Then his cage door accidentally came open, and he hopped right off the table. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And then all of us chased the sleepers all over the place, and he hopped and hopped until Mrs. caught him in the trash can. It was excitingest adventure Room 9 ever even had. That's not even the bestest part of Pet Day. At the end of school, Mrs. gave out special ribbons to all the pets. And Rooster got scritches, and Slicky got bubbly talkies, and Fish Stick got most well-behaved. I did a gasp at the wonderful thing. Then I shook and Mrs. Hen. Thank you, Mrs. Thank you. 'Cause this is the proudest honor I ever imagined. Mrs. laughed. She said me and Fish, she made a day. She gave me a hug. And that's called a perfect ending. The end.